Episode 3. Episode 3 is going to begin with what?
Rage room.
Which is?
Smashing shit up.
Explain a bit because she's not doing it properly. Right, so it's a room that we just smash a load of shit up. It's actually one of my birthday presents, so I'm gonna have a little look. I think it should be quite good for releasing stress. To be honest, I don't feel that stressed in my everyday life anyway, but give it a go. How about you? Do you feel stressed?
Well, I've spent all morning with you, so trying to explain genetic inheritance. He thinks that if you have two parents that like going to the gym and build loads of muscle, that your kid's gonna come out jacked.
No, I don't. I do. Generations, like let's say like 10 generations of people who have more muscle mass, if they keep breeding, is that 10th generation going to be more muscular? And you're like, no.
Yeah, because he was saying about environmental effects. He wasn't just saying about like a genetic predisposition to build muscle. He was saying that if they just go and get themselves in a muscular state over time, will the kids then end up being more muscular as a product?
But that's why like Nordic countries tend to be more strong and like African countries tend to be faster. There's like a genetic disposition.
Yeah, but that's totally different.
Is it?
Yeah.
But is it though?
Yes.
Is it though? Anyway, time to smash it up. So we're about to go in, and this is the gentleman who works here.
Yeah, my name's Kane. Nice to meet you.
Hello, Kane. He just said something, and I was like, hey, mate, do you mind if I quickly record this? So he's going to say it again. What did you say?
Basically, he's the biggest person we've had in here in so long. Like, giant, to be fair. Watching his head
Oh, yeah.
He's concerned now because he thinks there's been someone bigger.
Yeah, you said the biggest in so long. So there has been bigger, but just not for a while.
Not while I've been here, not while I've been here.
Yeah, okay. Get out of the way, small girl.
You wanna smash the stick? Oh, quite like that one actually. Explode.
I've got a feeling I'm going to like miss and like whack my ankle or
But
something.
you're also really tall, so you're gonna have to swing it round the side.
So we get to smash this up, smash this up, smash this up, and they've given us the opportunity to put some heavy ass music on. You didn't smash it. Well, I feel like if I throw hard, then I lose like accuracy. Hey, come on, hold on a minute. That was hard as fuck. Of course. Yeah, go on, fuck it. Oh, I got hit by a bit of glass.
I feel like you need to get more angry.
I need to think of things that piss me off.
Do you want me to get you more angry? Right, go on, get your sledgehammer.
Right, I need to,
Whack it, babe. Whack it, babe. Think about things that make you really angry, babe.
Like?
Whack it, whack it. Johnny Reed's back's better. Don't you feel like that?
Johnny Reed.
Kind of the real deal should have won at FIT-EXPO, not you. Everyone thought it. Everyone was...
Fuck off!
Only one missing in there, some fluke.
Johnny Reed, you did lose a back shot, for fuck's sake. I did win FIT-EXPO the fucking overall.
When you came last at the pro show. You're not even that big and you've got a small dick.
The truth hurts.
That'll got a king.
What are they?
He's been on testosterone, so they're atrophied. So that's the rage room's done. Now, Amy bought that for me for my birthday present. I don't know if it's because I've got a load of rage and it suits me, or I've been suppressing my rage, a bit like me, myself and Irene. And unless you let it out, you turn into Hank. But that was good fun. Now, as we're in Stockport, we're gonna go and check out Elite Physique. Leg day in Elite Physique in Stockport.
So you two must be feeling really chuffed at what's happened. Tell us about it from both sides.
As long as Ryan. However, I've actually achieved my pro status and the Miss Universe title in quite a short amount of time, really. It's an amazing achievement. I'm incredibly proud. Obviously I was attracted to him, but I was really impressed by his physique. So I started to follow him and I liked a couple of his photos. And then what did you do, Ryan?
I then inboxed you. I said something along the lines of, well, you've made my morning. And we just started talking. Actually, it wasn't even about bodybuilding. It was about music and food. And I started doing impressions of some scenes that we knew of.
Yeah.
Yeah, and apparently that worked. I don't know, it's kind of weird.
Concept of meeting somebody online rather than in a pub or a club, I find really surreal.
End up doing the same show this time. Obviously that was an amazing experience, so moving forward the temptation is definitely there to do it together again. We're very much our own people, so we do what we want to do and we support the other one as well.
That's really, that it's the equivalent of getting promoted from Division 1, missing the championship and going into the Premiership for a football team. How do you feel about that so quickly?
Yeah, is who is the best bodybuilder in our household, which
I was alluding to that with my previous question.
yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, well, obviously Ryan has more titles than I do. However, I've done it in a short space of time, so I guess that's quite subjective, really.
I think I can accept defeat in this one, and sometimes you've got to know when to lose, I think, as a man. A loss is actually a win in the long run.
I think you're very sensible, Ryan.
Yeah.
I'm married, so I get that completely.
Yeah.
Just to finish with for both of you. So you're a married couple, professionally, and you're a couple emotionally.
Yes.
But you have to have a life, which I'm aware of how much work goes into what you do and the dedication you need to keep in shape day after day. But it's been really great talking to both of you, Ryan and Amy.
Thank you so much for having us. I appreciate it.
Guys, that was absolutely great. You take care of yourselves.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Cheers, bye-bye.
I think just a shot of my face should be your introduction to off-season video, because I look like a freaking hamster. I said to Ryan, are you looking forward to me looking more off-season? And he said, I'm looking forward to that jaw going. Thanks, babe. But also, it's kind of still there.
I wanted to do a bit of a thank God for the editing tool, basically, because I fucking waffle too much. But do it this way instead. So, off-season. It's what's happening right now for me and Amy, and it's happening for a lot of people. What a lot of people do is they'll have an idea in their head and they'll think they'll just start eating more food, and all of a sudden they'll just be big and lean, and it's kind of not the way it goes. The way it goes is you do an off-season or a bulk, or however you want to word it, take the food up, but your body fat also goes up. So muscle mass can increase over time, but so does body fat. Now, true muscle mass takes a long time to build. People assume that once the scales go up, that's automatically muscle gained. And it's a really big misconception, and it's one that I thought people didn't really think anymore, but they certainly do. Oh shit, sorry, I just crashed. I always thought people have grown out of that one now, and it's not really a thing, but it certainly is a thing. There needs to be a distinction made between how long it actually takes to build true muscle and just seeing the scales increase. So then the next thing is how hard it is to stay on track in off season. Now, I would argue that off season bulking is harder than going down, because when you go down, you've got mini wins. Well, for me, and here's why: because so many people get lost and sidetracked in the off season because the wins are less frequent. You end up looking a bit worse, and you don't necessarily get the immediate gratification, which is so prevalent in 2022. I'd argue that psychologically it's harder. With prep, you kind of know it is a bit difficult, you're a bit hungry, your energy's lacking a bit, but at least you've got those wins, whereas off season you haven't, and I think a lot of people lose their way.
I agree. I thought you were just going to talk about appetite and eating food.
No,
I agree. Prep is way easier.
yes, yeah, definitely. Well, so would you have to weigh in on that?
Weigh in. Well, we try to avoid that in off season. But I prefer prep. I just think it's easier. You just stick to your diet plan, you do it, and you put up with the fatigue right at the end. That's it. That's the hard bit, is the lack of energy. But like Ryan said, the constant wins every single week, your body's doing what you're expecting it to do, you're looking great, you're reaching levels you've never reached before. There's no temptation of food. When you feel hungry, it's because you're on prep. When you feel tired, it's because you're on prep. And now in off season, when you're eating quite a lot of food and then you still get hungry, it's like, and with no immediate goal and no reward as such, you sort of see yourself getting worse and worse every single week. I think for the first few weeks it's nice because you look really full, you look really powerful, you're still pretty lean, and then you get to a bit of a naff phase where you're just kind of doughy. The energy is amazing, like it's amazing. Gym sessions are incredible, so that's definitely a positive.
Something you said there though, you said when you're hungry in off season it's a bit, well then one could argue, well then just eat more. But therein lies the problem. Therein lies the problem. That's when you get sidetracked, because you start thinking, oh, there's no immediate like need to be in shape or anything, so I can just eat more. Okay, cool. Then 2 days later, well, I ate more on Monday, so I might as well just eat more now, and it spirals. Before you know it, you're in no man's land. And yeah, with no immediate goal, you kind of just arbitrarily getting bigger, but there's no specific goal. Whereas prep, there's typically a thing that you're aiming for.
How worthy you feel of being a competitor. When you win a decent title, people then expect you to look a certain way, which is what we found when we went on TV. You know, we weren't stage lean when we went on TV, and granted it was a bigger thing in our head than it was other people, but it was still a thing. You feel like almost you've got to uphold a certain look to be like worthy of what you've won.
Yeah, that's true. And one of the comments on Twitter saying there's a bloke said he's seen loads of guys down his local gym bigger than me, which prompted me to make my own Twitter account just to reply to him. But yeah, absolutely, there is just the psychology of it, and you start feeling like people expect you to look a certain way because you've won a title, Mr. and Miss Universe. Yeah. And then we end up looking softer and end up getting a bloated belly and stuff, and you feel like shit, you know?
We do actually have a responsibility to be role models, and recognising like stage lean and looking that way isn't sustainable, and you do need to change the look in order to grow and get better. I think that's a good message to put out there, yeah, especially for first-time competitors. The
psychology of it, yeah, you won't know until you compete. If you're a first-time competitor watching this, you won't realise it until you go through the process maybe once, 2, 3 times. You end up learning quite a lot about yourself. The psychology of the whole process is arguably harder than the physiology. You'll learn that in time. So the day is upon us. Today is FIT-EXPO. It's down in Liverpool, across in Liverpool. We're about to leave the house now. I woke up earlier to prepare the food for the day. Might treat myself to a donut when I'm there. Also going to wear a small vest so people notice my muscles because I'm really insecure. No, I'm only joking. But anyway, really looking forward to seeing a few familiar faces and of course watching the bodybuilding show itself. Last year I did it myself. Unfortunately I came second, but I was really happy with that show. It was the first time I'd competed in an expo type show like that. It was really, really good. The week before I'd won an overall with PCA, so I went to this one with high expectations. I was beaten out by a guy who was more conditioned than me, to be honest with you. By coming second, I actually beat some really, really good guys. Guys who had won overalls with PCA like within the last month or 2. So the standard was very, very high. So coming second, believe it or not, was actually a really big positive. Anyway, I get on the road and yeah, hopefully film some cool bits for you. Mate, if I can get you stood up.
Be careful with it, Ryan. Yeah! You didn't read a full wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that mean I win? Yes!
This is number 6. If I get it, I've got elite level strength, elite level grip. Haven't got elite level grip. This gentleman has.
Easy.
Shit.
Right, I need to really zoom in.
Hey, John. Hey. Can you close it?
You can actually do it this time.
Fuck. That's hard. Yeah.
How long did he get?
Not long. Can I try with the good thing though?
Okay. Yeah?
That was shit, this better. Yeah. A little bit more. Imagine it's quite steep though. It's such a number, it's like really hard. What am I nervous then? Alright, ready? That's gonna feel horrible. Round 2, I'm gonna fail again, but fuck's sake. Really annoying.
Your technique's a lot better now, anyway.
I'd like to give you this because you've been by far the closest person to close hand gripper.
So no one got any
No. So I'd like to give it so you can practice and carry on training at home. And I will just love the fact that you've never done it before and you're trying, like, and you've been really good at like.
Thank you so much.
It's alright, well done, thank you so much. So we don't know if this is edible or not. It's the Blood Lab cupcake.
We'll find out if it's edible.
So we're gonna find out.
I can confirm it's not edible. Is that edible though? Imagine if that was cardboard as well.
Good.
Right,
Come on,
40
Ryan.
seconds in, 40 seconds in, come on.
Come on, big guy, come on.
Thank you, yes.
That was the plan. So we are leaving the expo. I was wearing a vest because I'm a twat. I'm really insecure and I need everyone to go, oh, do you train? Anyway, how was it?
It was great, really, really long day, but it was really nice coming to an expo with energy, being able to eat some donuts. It was absolutely lovely. Yeah, oh, I'm in it, I'm allowed one.
Did you have one?
Well, I didn't have more than one because you scrammed them all. First you gave away my donut and then we shared them. And I actually looked at the mouthfuls you were taking and I don't even know if I had a full one, seriously. You were going for it, which is not like you.
So I bought 4 donuts and Amy wanted one. Of the 3, she went, I want that one, specifically that one. Then I saw a friend of mine that I've not seen in a while. He gave me a couple of free supplements and I went over to him and said, look, to repay the favour, take one of the donuts. And he took the one that she wanted. You should have seen her face.
Yeah, because I was fuming because when I'm allowed just a little treat, I'm like allowing myself just that one thing today and then he goes and gives it away. I was gutted.
Well, I'm really sorry about that. The expo was really fun. We might even be going back tomorrow because it was that good. Really nice to be so sociable with so many like-minded people. And in 2022, we live online. Everyone's online, everyone's got online personas and you're all speaking via Instagram. To actually see everyone in person is actually really, really nice. Meet people you've not met before, see people you've not seen for years, and meet new friends. Just now we were stopped by a couple of people and they were like, I hope you don't mind, can we have a photo? I'm really sorry, really sorry. But actually me and Amy are like,
Take more.
yeah. No, it's so nice that people are asking to take photos, you know, it's very, very, very flattering. So when someone says, oh, I'm so sorry about this, so sorry. No, not at all, it's brilliant. And we absolutely embrace all of it and we love it, so.
And
yes.
it's not only my first ever expo experience not being on prep, it's my first ever expo experience not being a teacher, being able to do whatever I want and add people on Instagram and they can follow me and they can post silly videos of me and it's cool.
A new chapter begins. All right, now we're gonna go for some food. It's gonna be kind of on plan, like Nando's chicken and rice, and then that's it, back tomorrow.